Polestar has been forced to stop selling cars in the United States, period. There is hundreds of devastated dealers that just have nothing to sell now. Don't get me wrong, I think that the introduction of Chinese EVs in Canada is a really good thing. But let's be honest, this could happen in Canada as well. Now, I say that because clearly the US administration doesn't want EVs. It doesn't want them in Mexico, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't want them in Canada either. So, what does this mean for the future of Polestar? Well, Polestar says the Trump administration is barring US sales of its electric vehicles after the current model year as part of a prohibition on Chinese-linked connected technology. The June 25 announcement hit dealers very hard. Matthew Haken, whose outlet was one of Polestar's earliest and largest in the United States, said he was absolutely devastated. I mean, as you would be. This is someone's personal livelihood that is being taken away from them. I'm really, really, really upset. This whole company was like a family to me, said Haken, owner of Polestar Short Hills in East Hanover, New Jersey. I made money with Polestar. I was looking forward to all the new product. I'm just heartbroken. Polestar, majority owned by Geely, or Geely Holding, I should say to be technical, told dealers the decision comes from Biden era provisions on hardware, software, and Chinese ownership that the current administration has upheld. The company will not receive certification to operate for the 2027 model year and beyond. In May, Polestar sister brand and Geely, basically like a sister brand to Xpeng, basically like a sister brand, I should say, to Zeekr and Polestar, Volvo, they received authorization from the Trump administration to continue to import vehicles despite their ties to China, which is interesting. Questions now are popping up. People are saying, why did Polestar not get approval, but Volvo did, despite the same Chinese ownership? And it's a good question. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, if you ask me. Sweden-based Polestar has 32 US dealerships. Those that remain with the brand largely will become just service centers for existing customers only, with franchise investments handled on a case-by-case basis, said Haken, who has a 76-day supply of unsold vehicles. So 76 days. Polestar Cars North America chief Rick Bryant hasn't commented yet. So I'm going to guess that they're just thinking, well, what else can we say? We've been banned from America. The US Department of Commerce denied Polestar authorization under the Connected Vehicles Rule, which bars vehicles with Chinese-linked Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, and certain satellite systems in the name of national security. The rule, adopted in January 2025 under President Joe Biden and maintained under Donald Trump, targets the ability of such vehicles to collect sensitive data on American owners. Now, guys, I want to say something that I think is interesting and something I didn't know till recently. On the Electric Viking website, I'll put a link in the description below. We have more articles about electric cars and battery technology than any other website that I'm aware of in the world. So check that out. Link is in the description. And there you'll find our videos and analysis and articles about everything going on in the EV world. If you were to buy, let's say Polestar was to do what Subaru does, I'm not telling you to buy a Subaru, but I'm just saying this would save them. If they did what Subaru does, they would be able to sell their cars in America. They would be able to. And we'll explain that in just a minute. Polestar was had warned since 2024 that the rules would force it to exit the United States. But obviously they'd hoped that they'd be granted some sort of, maybe some sort of reprieve like Volvo was. The automotive industry is entering a new phase based on regional dynamics, Polestar CEO Michael Lofshaller said. Our strategy reflects that, with Europe being our largest growth engine and our plan to manufacture Polestar 7 in Europe. Europe garnered 78% of Polestar's first quarter sales worldwide. So what's that? Nearly 4 out of every 5 Polestars sold worldwide was sold in Europe in the first quarter of this year. Only 6% of Polestar sales came from the United States. The company repeatedly has needed capital from Geely and completed a reverse stock split last year to try to stay listed. The Trump administration's move won't affect Polestar sales anywhere outside North America. Canada is not impacted by the decision, at least not yet, a Polestar spokesperson said. They will continue business there as normal. In the US, Polestar will continue selling remaining inventory of the Polestar 3 and the Polestar 4 and maintain service for current customers. Dean Bushick, who chairs the Polestar dealer board, called the sales ban a shell shocker, especially with Volvo receiving approval despite similar ownership. No matter what side of the political aisle you're on, there are repercussions from government interventions, said Bushick, partner at Polestar Austin in Texas. Being a casualty of those decisions is tough. So Polestar dealers, well, retailers, I should say, they now see themselves in completely uncharted waters. Unlike an automotive bankruptcy, the company is still operating, but with no clear recourse for being able to sell anything. Bushick said the situation will require one-on-one conversations with Polestar and individual dealers because store formats vary from standalone facilities to mall-based showrooms. The truth is they'll have to shut down most of them. I mean, probably end up doing servicing at Volvo dealerships and shut down the Polestar dealerships. Eventually, that's what will happen in the long term. Nicholas Long, managing partner of Polestar Philadelphia in King of Prussia and Polestar Prince in Lawrence Township, New Jersey, said retailers were blindsided by the decision and voiced concern about how the automaker has handled the situation. The Swedes need to know we've invested millions of dollars and now they're just packing up and leaving, Long said. They told us for years they would make sure Polestar would be compliant. In hindsight, Long said he should have read more into warning signs that included abrupt US leadership turnover and dramatic slowdown in marketing about a year ago. So here's the thing. Polestar, its dealers are saying, if they wanted to comply with the US government's rules, they could have, but they didn't. And maybe the belief in Polestar was it was too expensive to comply. I don't know. However, it's interesting because recently I discovered that some cars are not connected, right? Some cars are not connected to the internet. So some cars don't have the ability for any third parties or basically the brand's ownership or whoever to be able to take data from those cars. For example, the Subaru Trailseeker that I just tested, and I'll put a review on the channel, that'll be up tomorrow. That car it's not connected to the internet at all. So good and bad, there's obviously some people might say, well, that's not good because I think being connected to the internet's good, but it doesn't send any data out of that car. So your data can't be released. Now, I may be wrong about the internet connection thing. Maybe there is a way because there is maps in that car, but Subaru have confirmed that the car cannot send any data outside of the car. So Subaru cannot access your data. Now, if Polestar were to do the same thing, I would say there's a good chance the US government would say, well, okay, that's fine. There's no data being sent from the car. There's no way for the car to send out data to anyone. Then that's what we want. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, who cares about this data stuff? It doesn't matter. Problem is with that, and you might be right, but the problem with that is in the last 12 months, particularly in the last 3 to 4 months, there has been huge numbers of real cases of people caught for this stuff, caught stealing data, spying, etc. And it's not conspiracy theories. It's actually real cases where people have been caught with this. It hasn't really been like this in the past. In the past, when I started this channel 5 years ago, a lot of it was kind of like smoke and mirrors. We'd hear about this stuff, Chinese are going to steal our data and people are going to spy on us and they could stop our cars. It's really only been in the last 12 months, and I'm not talking automakers here, I'm talking other sectors, where we've seen this sort of thing. When I say this sort of thing, I'm not referencing Volvo, Polestar, Geely, BYD, any car brands in China, but we've seen a lot of spying actually be exposed. And it is a bit alarming and it is a bit concerning. So I'm kind of wondering why it is Polestar chose not to maybe go the route of saying, well, we're going to close the cars off. And because you really don't have to have the ability to send data outside of the car. But maybe there's more to this story. I'm not sure. We're only hearing what they want us to hear. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Rethink a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description.